Hey folks, our OS Reviews. You're watching our video review of the Misfit Flash. This is a smart activity fitness tracker that also dubs as a smart sleep monitor that tracks your sleeping patterns, your deep sleep, and your light sleep. It syncs and operates via Bluetooth 4.0 to any smartphone or tablet running on iOS or Android platforms. Now, the largest selling point for the Misfit Flash is its price tag. It only sells for $50 MRSP and can be found for as low as $30 this holiday season. This means that it's the least expensive fitness tracker or wearable piece of technology you can get in any electronics store, both in brick and mortar stores or online. So it's an extremely great deal if you're looking into something that's inexpensive but does the job quite well. The Misfit Flash is the cheaper version of the Misfit Shine, which has a bit more premium build quality. The Flash version here, as you can see, is built entirely out of plastic, so it has a very lightweight build, but it also feels fairly durable and vibrant in the hand. It comes in 3 separate color variants. There's this aqua blue version, it also comes in black and white. And the wristband itself is crafted out of this nice rubber material. It's soft touch, it's pretty comfortable to wear, and it's easy to remove when you're done. As you can see here, the Misfit Flash doesn't have any LCD display, and it relies on a series of LED lights to guide you through your progression of exercise and also the time and date information. So tapping once shows you your exercise and how much exercise we received. When the LEDs have completed a full circle, or 360 degrees, it means that we're done with our exercise for the day. We've met our goal of how many points that we can set through the application, and we've walked a certain amount of time, a certain amount of distance, and we've burned a certain amount of calories. And a few seconds later, it's going to display the date information. You also tap twice, and the static version here shows off the hour hand, and over the flashing one here shows off the minute hand. It works pretty well as a regular watch as well. The Misfit Flash is also entirely waterproof. It's waterproof up to 30 meters of water, so you can take it swimming, and it can actually track your cycles and your laps in swimming. You can take it showering, take it bathing. It's going to survive all of those daily activities quite well. So it's very durable. It's one of the few fitness trackers out there that's entirely waterproof, which we do like. And you can see it operates equally as well. Under direct sunlight, the LEDs are still rather visible, so it's still very easy to see, and we can simply dry it off, and it's ready to be used again. Now, one disappointing factor of the Misfit Flash is that the actual watch band is kind of loose. So it's actually very, very simple for the device to slip out, as you can see here. And this is the main mechanism housing the sensors and the Bluetooth sensor that connects your device. And as a result, it's pretty easy to lose your device if you don't have the wristband fastened very securely around your wrist. And that's one critique we had of this product. The product also comes with a built-in clip, and that's why this part is removable. You can clip it on here, and it becomes more of a traditional pedometer-like device. You can simply clip it onto your jeans, onto your pants. It's going to track the same information from your steps, your calories, and for different sports specifically. And it works pretty well. You can see here. We found that when we're trying to track our movements like walking, we found that using the clip was a bit more accurate and a bit more precise than using the watch. But using the watch got a bit better results when we're sleeping, so it's a bit of a trade-off if you're selecting between the two different options. Now, the entire front face of the device, again, is just one simple click key. It's tactile, it's easy to press, and one more functionality you can use with the device is you can tap on it for a few seconds longer, and it's actually start rotating the LEDs, and it's going to now track a specific activity for a timed amount of time interval. So if perhaps I'm taking a sprint, or perhaps I'm doing a lap and I'm swimming, and whenever I'm done in a competitive event, I can press it again. It's going to be a bit more precise in terms of tracking how much calories I've burned, how much movement I've made, and also the time. So it's a bit more precise. It's going to log the activity, and the next time I sync it with my product, it's going to save that information up. Otherwise, again, a very clean design. It's very small, it's very lightweight, it's very portable. And in terms of competing with the likes of Fitbit and also Nike's Feel Band, we feel that it's equally as well designed. It has that same fun look to it, and it certainly is a nice, attractive, simplistic visual effect overall. Again, taking a look how the application itself works, it connects to your device via Bluetooth 4.0. What's interesting though is that you do need both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth turned on before you can use the application. The application is free to download from the App Store. Simply tap on it, and we can go ahead and tap the sync key on the right-hand corner. It's going to automatically start syncing with our device over Bluetooth. Again, you do need both the Wi-Fi and also the data connection turned on in order for the process to complete itself. Again, now it's syncing. It's going to flash, and when it's done, it's going to show us our movements. So in this case, it shows that we're about 69% done in terms of exercise for the day. We have 558 points out of the 800-point goal, so we have about 20 minutes of walking left before our goal is met. It also shows off a graph between the time and the exercise amount. So when you've been more active, when you've been less active, it shows off the steps you've had in this day and all the calories you've burned and the miles you've walked. And there's also, again, that recent tagging that I had. So we had about 96 points here because I tagged a little bit of a run or something earlier in the day, and that's going to show up here as well. For the sleep patterns, you can see you basically go to sleep with it. It's automatically going to track how much hours of sleep you've had. So this is 7 hours and 42 minutes and the amount of deep sleep, and also shows you that in a graph format. Another disappointing factor of the specific watch is a lack of a power on and off switch. So it's very simplistic, very easy to use, hassle-free, basically connect to your device and time and day will automatically sync itself, but you can't turn off the Bluetooth off. So essentially the Bluetooth functionality is always turned on. It's going to drain your battery a bit faster. Speaking of, the product itself operates via a CR2032 cell battery, so it's going to run out in about 6 months and you have to replace it, but it's pretty inexpensive. It only costs about $2 to replace a battery, and we didn't have really any issues with that. Simply you screw off the back cover and you have access to the battery on the back. In terms of the application, it's very simplistic, it's very easy to use. Slide to the left to get to more pages and more options. We have a social mode that connects us to friends using Misfit as well, so we can share our information and see how active we are compared to buddies. There's also a history tab, so it shows off how much you've walked per date by time, how much you've slept by activity, so it works very, very well. Over here we also have our devices, and that shows off our device. We can link multiple products on here at once, and it shows off our battery information, when we last synced it, if our activity tagging feature is on, and we can select between specific applications like soccer, basketball, tennis, swimming, or cycling, and it can get some pretty high precision in those specific applications. Some other attributes that are kind of interesting, you have the ability to actually have applications on here, so you can download some more applications like Lose It, MyFitness, Runkeeper, Walgreens Fitness Tracker, IFTTT, and Map My Fitness, and these are all free applications that work exclusively and work very, very well with the Misfit Flash, and essentially allows you to track when you're exercising by using your phone's geotagging functionality, and so on and so forth. And so these are a bit more precise, a bit more fancy if you're looking to do a bit more with your tracker that the simple version here, the simple app, can't get you. There's also some goals that you can select from. So in case you don't want to sleep for 8 hours, you want to sleep for 7 hours, you can actually change that goal. And the same thing goes with your points. You want to walk for longer, you want to walk for shorter. It depends on your lifestyle. You can set that back and forth, and it changes quite easily. So it does a pretty good job of that. It's going to now sync it with my device and to reflect those new changes with my watch. And pretty much that's it. There's some help and about that shows off your support, how to contact them, about the company, the version of the watch, and that's about it in terms of the interface is considered. It takes very little time to sync, it's quite fast, and it's pretty much very, very efficient. Overall, as far as accuracy is considered, we found that the Misfit Flash did a great job. Compared to Fitbit, it tracked our movements and our sleep patterns equally as well. Again, if you do want very precise measurements of your walking, how much steps you've taken, using the clip is a better option than using the watch. But if you just want to track your sleep, your daily movements in a rough ballpark, using the watch works as well, using the wristband form factor. So overall, it definitely is a great deal for the money. I would say for only about $20 to $50, it does the trick. It's waterproof. It looks like a pretty nice, interesting conversation starter. It's actually surprisingly accurate, does a great job of tracking not only your sports movements for specific sports, for walking, for calories, but in addition, it tracks your sleep, which is pretty impressive. Definitely, we would recommend this product with 2 thumbs up. You can check out our full written review on our website. This has been our video review of the Misfit Flash here at OS Reviews. Thank you for watching.